Right, stable chat. Haven't done one of these for a little while, but great to be here at Shepparton catching up with Rebecca Bartley, or Becca, she's more affectionately called. Firstly, Becca, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
What a beautiful place you've got. One, it's got a great feel to it, and you've got just about a little bit of everything here. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I really love it here. Pretty much got everything. Got really good paddocks, which is something that I really enjoy putting the horses out, and they absolutely love. So, it's a little area, but yeah, it's got everything.
I'll get you to hold that mic up just a touch further for me in future, but it's quite funny because it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. You said there before, we'll start with the paddocks. I don't know how many you've got, but it's so rural. It's almost, and because you've got nothing that side actually, as we're pointing, there's nothing behind them, so it's almost, the horses are in a whole different world when they get out there. They're not in a stable environment at all.
Yeah, no, it's really good for them. A few of the newer barns they're sort of locked in, and I couldn't train from there. That's not me, but they get out nearly every second day and go out on Sunday and they run amok. They absolutely love it. So this paddock behind us, it was in two, but we made it in one, and they get in there and they rip and burn and have a buck and a play, and I think that's just really good for their mind to get out and run around.
You're not bad, because you didn't see me actually filming that. I actually filmed those two horses in that paddock, and it was when I was walking back past and I was like, that's just an awesome paddock. And yeah, they get up plenty of speed, and then you can put a couple in there as well to make it even better. Yeah,
I try and just now the weather's getting a bit better, leave 4 out there just overnight.
Yep.
Gives us sort of 4 less boxes to do of a weekend, but they're always looking to come in Sunday morning, Monday morning, whatever works out. But that just clears their head a little bit out there too.
Your yards, you got beautiful yards, good safe, horse rail, rubber, good shelter. They got the protection from the sun in the summertime as well. I know they were here before you came here, but it must be nice to buy a place and get involved in a place, and everything's built so purposely well. Yeah,
they done this place really good actually. I think it was Pellegrino's originally. I think they built it, and we brought it off Luke and Belinda McCarthy, and we've redone these 4 yards at the back here and put these cross ties in, and still got a little bit more to go. I'd love to put another 4 on the other side of the walker here. There's just a bare block just there, so that'll give me 17 yards. That'll pull me up, I think, I hope.
I'll ask you in a sec on your numbers. You've got your walker though behind us. I know the truck going past us behind, they're getting the swimming hole done. Is there anything else you want on here at the minute?
Not really. I think we've pretty much got everything. We've got 3 tracks to work from, and they're doing the swim now, which is really good. I really love swimming the horses, and I think pretty much, walker, got everything. So plenty of people here to work with if we ever get stuck, and as I said, I've still got a little bit more work to do here. Love to put a roof over the gear up area. We just can't really get out of the weather, it won't worry us coming into summer now.
You can, but I understand what you're saying. Like it's quite cute, but you want to go a little bit further. Have you got an end goal? Like you said, you got stables, you got a roof.
No, I think once they're done, that's pretty much it. Yeah. I was throwing up the idea of putting a water walker in, that's sort of that was a 2-minute thought, and whatever happens down the track, obviously, where the future of the sport's going to. So, that's probably the end goal, but that will be a few years away. Yeah.
You've got one stable over there on the side too. Is it like a stay-ins one to keep them separate, or is it, do you use it differently?
No, we just call that the stallion yard. We've got Ziegfeld, he's over there at the minute. He's a rig, so got a nice little paddock there for him by himself. So that's really, that's probably the last yard we use, because they are away from, but they can still see the horses. But that's definitely, I sort of keep that there just in case we ever did get a colt or a stallion.
I was actually going to ask you prior to us starting this interview, because I thought it might be an awk, but it makes perfect sense, and it is a lovely place. The tracks, you've got a jog, fast work, pace work track here on the out the back here with the training centre. I gather, is that how you?
Yeah, that's pretty much all round a track. just no joggers. The joggers are in the middle track of the main track. So,
Yep.
we do a lot of canter work out here. And a few people fast work and that out there. It's quite a nice track, and it gets a little bit wet when we get wet weather, but usually just for one day it might be out of action, might be too wet, and then the next day it's perfect. So,
and then 2 tracks on the inside. You said the joggers go to the inside, but people can jog on the inside as well?
So the joggers go on the outside of the middle track, and then you can jog and canter, do whatever your fast work on the middle track. And then the main track, we've got until about 12 o'clock every day except Tuesday, which we race. So the off chance it's going to be raining, they'll shut that track. So we sort of got to prepare on Monday to do all your fast workers, just in case that
Even
happens.
Monday or Wednesday, and don't stress over the Tuesday, which, I mean, the one thing about it's consistent. You know, some people like the racing calendar, some people don't, and I might ask you about that in a minute, but at least you guys know every week Tuesday's out, and you know, lately you've had a couple of times where we've even had those meetings, so it's probably a bonus, and you say, well, that's there, but you can set your programs around it.
I'd probably prefer if they race Wednesday, to be fair, just because we're working so many. You've got to be off by 12, so trying to hobble. We've got 17 just on a Monday to get through to Wednesday, Thursday, whatever. Gets a bit hard, but like I said, we can use this backtrack and give them a canter if we ever get stuck.
Yeah, funny story that. Right, 17 horses. At the minute, I think that was your number. Do you have an ideal number? You've got like a good team around. You got mum and dad, which I think are the most important parts, because one, they bring their own wages too, so that makes it a little bit easier.
To say that.
but do you have a number like of horses you'd like to have in?
I'd probably like 12, 15. I think ideally just lifestyle.
Yep.
It took us a bit to get used to this number, but I mean, we're handling it really well now. So, I often say I could work 20, but probably don't want to get that high. I'd rather just go lower just for a lifestyle. And I've got, and the room too, I'm limited of what room.
Yeah, I only come back to that lifestyle part at the end of it, because I think that's pretty important, and I think for a person in your position, it's great that you actually already think about that. I looked at your stats, you've had 37 winners so far. Each year is getting better and better. That part must be good. You did train in partnership with Steve and Corey there for a while. You're officially out on your own now. Do you enjoy the training side of things? Yeah,
I do actually. I was with Steve for 14 years, I think it was, and we stayed partnership. I was here 1 year on my own. We stayed in partnership. So, this year's probably been a bit slower year for me. We put quite a lot of them out and had a good break over Christmas time. So, I really enjoy it, and kind of looking at stepping back away from the driving a little bit, because, I just, like, we've got 5 in tonight. I just think, we're going to be busy. It'd be better if I wasn't driving and just concentrate getting them ready and sending them out. So,
as an industry, I don't think we need that. I think we need people like you, good drivers, good personalities, present well. So I think, from my point of view, I hope you don't. But the flip side of it is, I think probably understand why you might be thinking that way.
Yeah, I think just more, just being busy. Just I do enjoy the driving, but probably not as much anymore. I'm really enjoying the training. So, kind of always said, we lost Mongiana a few weeks ago, and I always said once he retires or, he finishes up, then I'll probably step away. So, it's just probably put more thought into my head that, he was the one he was a bit too crazy to let anyone else drive, so I had to keep driving for him. So, it's something in the near future
So that explains Mark drove the trot of the other night for you, and that's a little bit of your thinking, as well as getting his feedback, I suppose.
Yeah, and I think because I spend a lot of time with him here, and he's we're really good mates, that Baldaga, and we get along quite well. So and he knows he can do something wrong, and he still gets fed of the night time by me. So.
So Mark sort of doesn't tolerate that?
Yeah, no, he just needed someone just to boss him around a bit and just put that little bit of fear factor that he can't get away with too much. So, and Lisa owns a share in him as well. So that's just Cam Maggs helped me a lot, getting him going here as well. He was, I hardly ever drive him in track work. He just doesn't go for me. So Emily, who works for me, she actually does a lot with him too. So I might have to get her to get a license to go drive him at the races. But it's funny. I probably drove him once in the last 3 months, I reckon, in track work here.
Wow. He's a horse with a lot of ability.
Yeah, he is. He's probably still 12 months away. I think definitely we'll see a better horse in 12 months. So his last run in the Newt Stream where he ran third, that was definitely his best run. And we watched it. Well, I watched it past the post and I thought he ran fifth. And when the number come up that he ran third, everyone thought we won. So.
But that's what it's about sometimes, isn't it? Yeah,
definitely. And we've got a really good group of owners in him. So, they had a great night.
Yeah, they were up and about prior to it. We've got a few people coming. If you have to go, you go. But no, it's all good. What sort of watcher are you? Because I know, you've driven a lot more winners than me, and I know I used to hate it. Now it's water off a duck's back. But how do you go watching?
Not too bad. I do get up and cheer a bit. I think I cheered home Ziegfeld last start when he ran second, and Lisa told me off. She said I stopped him, so I'm not allowed to cheer too much anymore. But no, I'm not too bad now. I'm getting better. Probably getting used to it. Are
you superstitious?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm not too bad, but little things I don't like people taking pictures of them before they race and things like that. So.
I'll remember that. It's actually quite interesting on your driving, because I think it was 3 years ago, I'm going to go with, you drove your first Group 1 winner. And it was only just recently, because it flashed up on my Facebook things, because you had this beaming smile, and it's just the smile. Yeah, I think the caption was "smile you have when you drive your first Group 1 winner," and that. So, you've achieved a lot in your driving career. So it's an interesting step.
Yeah, I have, and with Steve and Anne O'Donoghue family, they gave me really good opportunities. Probably being at the top level with San Carlo, we went to New Zealand Cup, and I drove him there and made 300 minions with him. So probably I've been to the top. So as much as I love driving, winners and everything, I definitely probably get a bigger thrill out of sitting back and watching them. That's cool.
It's amazing how it's evolved to that. Just on your driving, and it'll be the last driving question, what was your best win? Not necessarily prize money. People probably say Group 1, Mildura Cups. Although it might be your best, because it was pretty amazing scenes that night.
Yeah, obviously the Group 1 win, definitely. But I think more just Perth winning the heat. In Perth.
Forget what you've done,
It was really good. It was a tough week, so sort of went over on my own and didn't really know what to expect, and felt like I was a bit, out of depth there. But we got there, and that was definitely a highlight.
It was brutally hot, because we were over there. I remember it was brutally hot that time as well, and it's a whole different world, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And he got quite crook when he went over, so he performed really well. So that was probably definitely country cups with him as well.
With your training, that was at Bondi's place, you're staying over there at the time. Were you, at that point in time, you're there driving? I mean, you're looking after him, you're training him, but were you thinking ahead then as a trainer? You're watching what they do over there, because it was quite unique, that place in itself. I mean, we'd all love to have a property like it, but it's just some parts of it were very, very unique. Did you find yourself putting stuff in your memory bank for being a trainer later on?
Yeah, definitely. There's a few little things around this place actually that I took. I remember Sky and Greg, they always washed their rugs, and I'm forever washing my sheets. And I actually, meaning to ring Sky up, I want to put a round yard in just in that vacant block over there with heavy sand, just to make them work a little bit harder. So I've been meaning to ring, because Sky's got one over there, so she was using it when I was there. And definitely just took little things. I've been really lucky. Stayed with Barry Purdon when we were over in New Zealand, and stay at Johnny, Max and Luke McCarthy's when we go to Sydney, always there. So you take little things, and definitely have no hesitation to give them a ring if I ever get stuck.
Do you have an ideal preference? Because the Bonds, they actually were very, very unique. I think once upon a time they only used to work them in real heavy sand, and then they had trainers come in and change things, and they went better. But they still use heavy sand. McCarthy's were huge on heavy sand, but Barry Purdon and them, they're good sand. Like that. Do you have an ideal track and ideal way of training?
I don't mind them. Probably the idea, and actually I went to Steve's last week and we were talking. I said, Steve, I'm just missing something. I'm not, I can get them up to the races, but I can't get them fit enough. They always blow up quite big, and I said I miss having the heavy track. Like Steve's got a heavy track. I said I miss making them just work that bit extra, and it was his idea. He said, why don't you put a round yard in? I said, just going back to Steve's, just talking things through from ideas like that. So I wish this backtrack here was a little bit heavier, like just to just when you go out and jog them, just make it work that little bit. So
without the concussion.
Yeah. And Barry Purdon's track was really nice. It was always nice and soft. So it was. But in itself, it's quite a unique track, because I think some people probably think they go across there and you'll see this, but it's tight, like it's fenced high. You don't want to put a foot wrong. There's not a lot of runoff room, but and it's not heavy, but it's not fast either. Like it's just it's well groomed, and the travel part of it. It's one thing I keep trying to tell people. You've got to travel. You've got to get out and have a look, don't you? Because you learn so much just watching them. Yeah. Probably don't really get many holidays away from the horses, but definitely best holidays have been with horses and travelling. And if I had my time again, I'd definitely soak in a lot more. Like
one thing you didn't say when you said the Bonds, you don't want a swimming pool as clean as this, because their horse swimming pool was better than what. No offence to the Shepparton pool, but I don't think it would even be as clean as that one, would it?
Yeah, you're swimming it yourself, I reckon. So
it was amazing. It really was. Your horses at the minute. Progressing, I suppose, is the right word. You're always looking for that better horse. Is that fair?
Yeah, definitely. Just want to get to Melton every week and race. That's where I want to race. So trying to build up the stock to get down there, and probably at the minute got about 3 that can head down there every fortnight or whatever. So got a couple of young ones just winning races with, and probably their time to move on, just to make room for try and find that next metro horse. Do you
have a preference for horses? Like you said there before about getting some young ones coming through, but do you like tried horses or the babies?
Yeah, I probably like tried horses better. I think there's no better feeling than getting a horse that's not going as good as it can go, and then get it to win races. Like I get a really enjoyment out of those ones, and I've got a couple of 2-year-olds here, but I'd prefer them to be up, sort of ready, already bowling along before I take them. Don't really have the patience for babies, so Mark and Lisa usually do most of that work for me.
So you're happy to get babies, and if you struggle with them, you can give them to Mark and Lisa. Cam Mags is just up the road, so you can either come here, or I suppose you could leave them up there. So you have options for that, but you know your strength.
Yeah, definitely. Just not really. If something goes wrong, I'm probably not really confident or that well with them, so I'd prefer to give them to someone else that knows what they're doing.
But you've already alluded to it in the interview. You're happy to ask questions, and you're happy to learn. Like, you're not pig-subbing enough to say you know all the answers. Yeah,
definitely. Happy to ask for help. Probably learnt that the hard way. When I sort of first moved here, I hit the ground running. Courses were going really well, and then just hit a flat spot and thought, what am I doing? Can't do this. So just had to ask for help.
You said there before about lifestyle and being aware of it. It can be a hamster wheel, a little bit like what you just said there, where you came in, hit the ground running, you're getting winners, you're thinking, how easy is this? We're just going to be number one pretty quick and just let it evolve. do you check your own lifestyle? Like, do you stop yourself every now and then and reset, or is it something you're very conscious of right at the minute?
Yeah, it's probably something I've learned in the last 6 months, just to stop. And a few people, ring me up and we're talking. I said, just check back in Monday. I said, That's what I do. I said, you really just got to check out and just get through what you got to do for the weekend or whatever day it is, and give yourself a couple of days and check back in. So something that I'm probably really big on. Obviously the last 6 months, just get through the days, and you got to do what makes you happy. And if you need a night away somewhere, go away, just go and do it. So
what do you do? Do you have a circuit breaker for yourself? Usually during the days. I've been really good lately, just finishing up here at about 3 o'clock or something and just going home, especially when we don't have races. So really, Emily's really good here. She'll feed up for me. So especially because we've been so busy with the races and travelling, it does take its toll. So I love just going home and just chilling out, putting a movie on or doing something like that. So whereas probably ages ago I just go all day, work all day, eat, breathe,
finish
horses.
here,
as I said, that hamster wheel, which
leave in the dark, get home in the dark, and start to think, this is no good. I need to start, get back happier and enjoy life.
I love that, because I think that's one of the biggest problems with our industry, especially here in Victoria right at the minute. I mean, stake money's been cut, everything's been cut, but people seem to, toxicity breeds toxicity, and I think if you can't break it, that circuit breaker, that little bit, you're crazy. So I think it's great that a person as young as you are is constantly aware of it, because you want to be in the game for a long time, not a short time, don't you? Yeah,
and obviously a lot of negativity around how the sport's going, and a few people ask me, what do you think? I said, to be honest, I'm just not going to worry about it, because this is my life. So if I start thinking bad, or what are we going to do? Where's the sport going? I may as well go and get a proper job. So it will turn around, I have no doubt. But yeah, people are still sending horses, so I can't keep up with them at the minute. So
be careful, because this is a proper job. Because you're not stacking shelves. The food's not coming through for you to cook or things like that. I mean, there is a high pressure in this job, and I think people need to be aware of it. So I think that part is great. The other thing I wanted to touch on, you got this awesome family, and I mean, one of the reasons we said this, I think it was going to be 6 months ago. I wanted to call in and do this, but I interviewed your sister. But and that's not Lisa, that's Ellen. You've got a great family, and I mean, you must have so much fun. You got Nikita. You got a close family, then you've got this massive extended family, if you like, as well. It must make it a lot easier for you when things are going shite, if you like.
Yeah, definitely. Also speak on the last 6 months. I've got really close to a couple of girls in the sport as well, and we go for tea once a week, twice a week. I was going to the gym, too busy for that now, but with the girls, and my sister from Adelaide come down on the weekend. We all got together. We went to the pub on the Sunday and run amok there, but it's not really a good idea for all of us to get together. But we got really good support, and just spending time with family and friends. That's all we can do, really.
It's one of the every time I see Dad, it's quite funny. I still remember this night at Echuca Trots, and there was sulkies strapped to the roof, strapped to the back of I reckon there was 5 or 6. It was only a 2-horse float. You girls all come out of the back of the float, and there's all these ponies like the pony trots. You've always been a harness racing family for as long as I can remember, and you've always been a family. That's the best part about it.
Yeah, Mum and Dad done a really good job with us. When we were growing up, they carted us around everywhere, and I mean everywhere, Adelaide.
Yep.
Every weekend we had ponies, and it was good because it sort of gave us the foundation of what it's all about. We had to work our ponies every day, and we had to wash our gear, and from a young age we learnt to work. So, and that shows. Ellen and Lisa, they work just as hard as I do. So. But yeah, to have Mum and Dad's support, Mum and Dad come out here every day and help. So, Ellen and Lisa are going really well. I, again, probably get more enjoyment watching them win races than what I do. So, yeah, no, we're quite a close family. Ellen and Lisa, we talk we do talk every day, so they're good to bounce off ideas and, you know, what do we do here? So.
And you see them at the races, they see a horse, they give you that bit of confidence back, I suppose, as well too.
Yeah, they definitely do. You know, they work with their partners, so and I'm sort of here by myself, so yeah, I probably annoy them.
Well
yeah, I probably annoy them more than they annoy me with questions. Just to bounce things off. So yeah, no, there's always a lot of help and support around here.
Yeah, and like, you know, they've got big families as well, Blake and Pitty as well. They've both got bigger families as well, so you sort of it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. How old are you, Beck, if I'm allowed to ask?
34.
Yeah. Thank you. And I just think that your level head that you've got and the way you think about our sport is what we need people to be thinking about. Like, if I think you might have opened up a few people's eyes to what it is. One, you've got a beautifully impressive place here, and it will only get better. You are a neat freak. I did have to warn you that I was coming. I wasn't allowed to just rock up. But I think that part in itself. But I think, you know, listening to you, it's so good for our industry. And as I said, you know, our industry is in, you know, there is crossroads at the minute. I think things are starting to improve. They're definitely not going any further backwards, which is good. But we can get more people like you in the game, Dolan. We've got to keep you in the game, I think, as well. I think this sport's going to be in a good spot. So thank you very much.
No, thank you for having me.